Hello, my name is Dr. Ramada Cisse. I'm originally from Mali. I would like to talk to you about the crisis in Mali because many of you asked to explain in English what's going on, right? So Mali is a country in West Africa with a population of 19 million. The crisis has been going on since for quite a while, but this specific crisis has started about a couple years ago because the president, Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, who got elected in 2013, failed to deliver on his promises, campaign promises. He came to power when there were no peace, no security, no school, no job for youth. He promised to solve some of them. Of course, he cannot solve all of them. But at the end of the 5-year presidency in 2018, when we analyzed the situation, we realized that he basically did not deliver in none of the campaign promises. So when he went to the second term, run for presidency, his election was really contested because of after the result, many people thought that there were so many fraudulent activity during the election, the government people being involved in organizing the election. So people didn't believe he won the election, so he got contested. So since 2018, people are going through different protest and different manifestation, nonviolence, peaceful demonstration to ask him to resign. So on July 10th, last week, he used his forces, police forces, to on peaceful demonstrators. So during that time, they killed about 20 people and then injure dozens of people. So today, Malians are asking him to resign. Now, the reason why this is important, because in African countries, when somebody comes to power, they will use every power to stay in power. Some of them stay 1 term, 2 term, some of them are in power for 20, 30 years, because the youth never kind of took responsibility to get up and face the political challenge they face. What's happening in Mali is an example in Africa because I believe that the young people in Mali finally decided to take the matters in their hand to demand that the government be accountable for his action. Now, since this government has not been accountable, asking him to resign, the youth finally decided to take over. So we believe that this system of demonstration, of just getting up to face the government, is unprecedented in African country because usually the same old system is held in place to keep few in power. So that's why we are supporting the activities of the youth in Mali to really ask this president to resign because we believe at the end that he doesn't have the confidence that he needs to rule the country. He doesn't have the leadership skill. He has no plan, no vision. And we believe that it's an opportunity for an African country to finally be independent, economically, politically, socially, and stuff like that. But with the old system in place, it'll be hard for people to think for themselves. I talked about this before, saying that when people are too dependent on government, too dependent on foreign aid, they stop, they lose the ability to think for themselves. So today, the Malian youth wants to change that. They want to make sure that this old political fake system in place does not never represent the view or the will of the people, honestly, because everything is rigged. I mean, there's no election. They kind of fake everything. So we believe that helping this youth in Africa will be a beginning of change in Africa, a beginning of a new mentality, new of leadership, new way of leading the continent to see itself, thrive by its own mind instead of being imposed different programs from different countries and stuff like that. But at this point, we need to support the protest. We need to support the youth, and we need to support people who believe in the new way of leading, actually the system in Africa. So this crisis is just to ask, right, the president to peacefully resign. So we are asking everybody who can help to really help to convince the international community as well that this is a new beginning. It's like telling people in America to start, when they had a revolution, or in French Revolution, to tell them, oh, don't do the revolution because everything is fine. We believe this is the beginning of change in Mali. This is the beginning of the new mindset that could be an example in other African countries, because we want to get rid of the old system, the old thinking. We want to make sure people who come to power have actually the ability, the competency, the vision, the plan, the program to do something, and then make sure that they know they're going to be accountable. So the goal is not only to tell the president to resign, is to put in place a new system, a new government system that can allow the people to decide for themselves, that can allow the youth to believe in themselves, to not be dependent on foreign aid or foreign program or somebody else coming to tell them. So we support this program. So the movement that was created, because one of the biggest march was on June 5th. So they call it, the movement du 5 juin, the movement of June 5th, M5. So many people are part of this movement. It's a social movement to bring change to Mali. So we really believe in this system. We believe that people need to understand that it's time for African countries to be dependent on themselves, and the youth understand them. So we are so thankful and so proud of this youth who does not take somebody else's word or program, but wants to come with his own way of kind of building a new system in Africa. Well, thank you for listening. The goal was to explain the situation. We'll probably put some link here where we can kind of bring some help, support the cause, and then support people who got injured during police brutality, or support the family who are going through, or the youth, to kind of bring back the real democracy in Mali. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.